These TikTok conspiracies are absolutely rotting my brain. It's so easy to fall down a rabbit hole these days, and I can see how the more gullible among us can easily get sucked into these. The TikTok algorithm is already deadly. You watch a couple conspiracy videos out of curiosity, and then all of a sudden they just feed you more and more. I've been thinking of making a video about it for a long time, so I just started liking all these videos that they showed me, and it just got so dark and utterly unhinged. Like, these people have lost their minds. I saved some of my favorite ones to share with you and look a little deeper into them. Maybe some of them are true, I don't know, we'll have to find out. I'm a bit of a skeptic, but if there really is evidence, I'll hear it out and come to my own conclusion. But I gotta see some sources. There are some real life conspiracies that did turn out to be true, like MK Ultra is a pretty interesting one, and it's absolutely been proven with documentation and solid evidence. It was when the CIA attempted to do mind control by dosing people with LSD, and it didn't work, but they tried it, which is pretty wild. So let's take a look at some of the most unhinged TikTok conspiracy theories.
Who owns the rights to the interior of the Great Pyramid? NASA.
NASA, eh? Please, do continue.
I was told by one of the guides a couple years ago that they've discovered something technological about it and they want to control it.
That's spooky, man.
They also own the rights to a section of the Grand Canyon.
Oh, one of the guides told you. Then it must be true.
Pops out of nowhere with all black on, black hat, black military outfit with no logos, and an AR-15 and tells me, halt, you can't go any further. I'm like, well, why? NASA owns the rights to this section. You can't come over here.
At the Grand Canyon.
The Grand Canyon.
Okay, so the super secret soldier in all black tactical gear with no logos or identifying features of any way just straight up told you who owns the top secret base. Yeah, makes sense.
Why that is?
This got to be technological. Starts in something with space.
So NASA owns all these ancient landmarks that have secret alien technology in them and are studying them to do some sort of unknown thing. Okay. NASA can't even get the budget to send astronauts into space anymore, and you think they have all this secret alien technology and the government's just not giving them any money for it? Why don't they just use that alien technology to invent like the more advanced smartphone, more advanced than iPhone or Samsung or anything, sell that, make billions of dollars, and then they can compete again in the space race against Elon Musk.
Genius!
The only evidence this guy could offer was, I heard it from this guy or from that guy. So really, there's no solid evidence for this one. I'm pretty sure you just watched the show Stargate and thought it would be cool if it was real. Have you seen any alien technology inside the pyramids? Let me know in the comments. Let's take a look at this one.
You know Google Earth, right?
Google Earth, that sounds familiar. I might have heard of that.
When you punch in these coordinates on Google Earth, it will take you to this random part of the Earth. It's like a barren wasteland. For miles, there's nothing. No town, no whatever. And the only way I can explain this thing is it looks like a portal or something.
What the f is this?
Mike.
It's like a Death Star.
Actually, that looks more like the Millennium Falcon if we're going to be doing Star Wars references here.
Go around the whole desert.
Oh, no, there actually is like tanks.
Keep going.
They're hella spread out.
Hell of them.
Okay, it can't really look like that, right? I'm going to put these coordinates in because that's pretty weird looking. Okay, so we got the coordinates in. Let's search. Yep, there we go. Oh, whoa. Okay, wait, it's actually there. Some boats, little construction. Looks like they're building another one. This is strange. The tanks are... Is that a tank? Looks like a tank. Tank. Whoa. This is really weird. I don't know what to make of this. Well, it seems with just a minute or two of research, I've found out what it is. It's called China Lake, and it is a weapons testing area. That lake was a targeting range. They put the boat on the lake to practice firing tanks at it and other things. Pretty simple. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that's a pretty reasonable explanation for that. I don't think anything nefarious is happening here. All right, we got a couple about the eclipse here, which as of posting this video, it's probably been about a week. So we know what happened on that day. It was actually pretty cool. But some of these are pretty top secret, so we might not even know about them. And there's some really weird ones here that might have an impact on us for a long time. And they might even involve the devil.
Niagara Falls has declared a state of emergency. But get this, it's for something that's going to happen in the future. In one of the strangest stories I've heard in a while, the Niagara region announced Friday that they'll be declaring a state of emergency to accommodate an upcoming once-in-a-lifetime event.
Really not that weird. There were like 1 million people going, so they were just being prepared for the massive crowds. This is the Canadian National Guard we're talking about. They don't have much else to do. They can take a single day off from guarding those maple syrup trees.
Gets even stranger. At the exact same time as the eclipse, NASA will be firing 3 rockets into the moon's shadow.
At least get the right article. That one says it's from October 14th. Yeah, NASA did some experiments that day, but that makes total sense. An eclipse is an opportunity to view the sun in a different way and study the effects of radiation on the planet. It's pretty routine.
And the CERN particle accelerator will be firing up for the first time in 2 years to search for invisible matter that secretly powers our universe.
That's actually pretty weird. Why would they start up on that day of all days? So I read up on it just for a minute, which is all it takes to figure out that it's just shut down for regular maintenance. They do this all the time, and it's just a coincidence that it's going to start back up on the day of the eclipse. But conspiracy theorists can't accept that coincidences do happen.
Am I the only one weirded out by this?
Yes. Yes, you are. Anyway, now we know what happened that day. Everything was fine. The world didn't end. CERN didn't create a black hole that sucked us all in. We just got to see a pretty cool celestial event. Have you seen the black hole inside CERN? Let me know in the comments. Worst thing that happened is maybe a few idiots stared straight at the sun. Although I did see this post on Reddit after. It was pretty sad. This guy's dad tinfoiled their like whole house, all the windows, because they thought it was gonna kill them for some reason, and that this tinfoil would actually protect them if that happened. I don't know, man. The logic of these people doesn't always make sense. And you just know afterwards the guy's not gonna admit he's wrong. He's just gonna say, oh, we got lucky this time or something.
Many of you may have already heard, but CERN is set to start up its particle accelerator again on April 8th.
Yes, you are correct on that part.
The concerns about CERN started because people noticed that every time they start up their particle accelerator, there seems to be strange activity in the skies above.
No, that's not true. People have not said that.
Which have led to strange theories about CERN, including them attempting to mess with the timeline or open up portals for demons to get through.
Okay, so I'm gonna nerd out on this guy. Stargate has nothing to do with time travel or opening portals to demons. The Stargate brought you to different places in the universe, but it was within the same time. It was more like teleportation. They used the wormhole to almost instantaneously bring you to another location. Although, thinking about it, it's been a long time, but there was definitely some time travel type episodes or time dilation, things like that, but that wasn't the point of the Stargates. Good show, probably a little dated now, but still worth the watch.
Have been some strange videos coming out about CERN, including some sort of a ritual that appeared to take place at 3 a.m. outside of their headquarters, which, by the way, is deemed as a prank or fake, but some people aren't sold and believe that something strange is happening here.
So it's been proven fake, but like you said, some people still believe it. Sounds like there's something wrong with them here.
Along with their ceremonies, which to me does look like it has some sort of symbolic meaning behind it.
Wait, is that real? Is that a real ceremony they had? Oh my god, it's real. That is actually really weird, and I can't explain that one. You got me there. I really don't know what to make of that. Maybe Swiss people are just weird. Are you a Swiss person who's weird? Let me know in the comments.
They said if the eclipse happened and y'all start to see demons, keep walking.
If you see demons, keep walking.
Think you see somebody with 10 eyes and 3 heads? No, you don't.
The eclipse might have released some demons, though. You still gotta watch out. They could be around you at any moment.
The most important of them all. Do not trust the government, okay? Do not trust the government.
Okay, so she got one thing right. I do not trust the government. I think that's a good rule to live by. But if there are demons, I don't think the government has anything to do with them. I don't think they would have the power or control to release demons. I think demons maybe control them, if anything. What's scarier than the demons is this woman. She's just walking through the grocery store, spouting off this. If I overheard this, I would be terrified. I would leave that grocery store. I would just stop where I am, drop my cart, and run. Did you see any demons during the eclipse? Let me know in the comments. And be sure to like.
Fam, have you heard that a billionaire has just been caught hiding the last Titanoboa?
No way.
No way.
What's a Titanoboa?
The Titanoboa is the deadliest snake that ever existed. It is said to measure up to 20 meters long and can easily crush its prey. Damn. Everyone thought that this creature was extinct. It began to circulate that a famous billionaire named Kelsey Warren might be hiding the last titanoboa. So it started when Kelsey posted a tweet of himself, but when people looked closer, they could see a huge snake in the image.
So can we see this tweet, or are you just gonna show us some more AI videos of giant snakes?
The men began to look around. However, they could not find anything suspicious. It took them several hours. However, as they were about to leave, they saw a small door in the corner with an old rusty sign.
Took them hours to search and they didn't find anything, but then they just noticed a big rusty steel door in the corner.
There was a 20-meter snake chained in a cage.
How do you chain a snake up? Like, you put it around its neck? Can it just like slide through?
One of the agents quickly took out a camera and filmed a video before leaving with the evidence. If you want to see it, follow us. Click here on more and then on photos.
Okay, so I looked around everywhere and I did not see the picture of this snake. It doesn't seem to exist. Yeah, see, these are my favorite kind of stories. They have these huge claims. They claim we got all this evidence on pictures and videos, but then they don't have one piece of it to show to us. Not everyone needs a podcast. Can we stop this? Can we change this as a society? Have you ever been inside this billionaire's mansion and seen a titanoboa? Let me know in the comments. I've seen a few videos like this one. I know Joe Rogan talks about conspiracy theories a lot, but this is just an AI voice, right? What they do is they show a couple seconds of him talking at the beginning, but like the voices clearly don't sync up. And then they go off on this completely wild conspiracy theory that I don't think even he would believe in.
Now, this is scary. I'm not sure if this is true or not, but there's a theory. Well, it's more like a religious theory. I saw this TikTok, and he was a preacher, right? He was saying, what if God is actually water?
Sorry, what did you say?
Look, watch this.
What if water is God?
Then that would mean God is both in us and all around us.
God is water. Okay, that's a new one.
When there's a lack of water, if you look at a desert, if you look at a wasteland, right, what is there usually? Death. Death because of lack of water.
Didn't all that Bible stuff take place in the desert? So you're telling me God wasn't around there? So who wrote the Bible then? I clearly don't know a lot about the Bible. Have you ever drank a glass of water and found God inside of it? Let me know in the comments.
Do you know the reason why vampires can't see themselves in mirrors? Well, a lot of people have the wrong answer for this. Many people think that vampires are transparent and light passes through them, so if they...
Transparent? I don't think anyone's ever said that about vampires. If light passed through them, we wouldn't see them at all at any time. Are vampires just ghosts now?
The real reason has something to do with how the mirrors are actually made. The majority of mirrors are made with special metals, specifically silver nitrate, in liquid form. And for vampires, silver nitrate is like kryptonite. They hate it. It's like their weakness, and it's extremely damaging to them.
Okay, so this theory makes sense for vampire lore, but modern mirrors don't use silver anymore. Most of them use aluminum. So I guess that means that modern vampires can see themselves in mirrors. I guess that's why they look so good now. They can groom themselves a little better.
Reducing agents such as glucose or formaldehyde. Then the reducing agents will allow the silver ions in the silver nitrate solution to be reduced to form a more metallic silver, which is then deposited onto the surface.
That was very scientific, and that's how I know that was AI. Have you ever been aroused by a vampire? Let me know in the comments. This account is the perfect example of how TikTok is making conspiracy theories worse and more ridiculous. I watched several of her videos and it's just her talking about the most crazy unhinged stuff in order to get views and engagement. And the way TikTok incentivizes you, she just posts every day, so she just has to like scrape the bottom of the barrel of these insane conspiracy theories. And I watched one of these and it was almost 6 minutes long, and it was basically her just repeating the same thing over and over again, clearly just trying to get more watch hours to make more money off TikTok. And that is a problem. Have you ever been a TikTok creator who maybe made one innocent conspiracy theory video and then went down a rabbit hole of earning money off making ridiculous videos and then realized you're running out of content, so started going more insane and coming up with more crazy theories and rotting the brain of your audience? Let me know in the comments. Let's look at one more.
NASA discovered city lights on a planet 11 trillion kilometers away. Well, the closest planets to our solar system are 4.2 light years away in the Proxima Centauri star system. Then how did we spot city lights 11 trillion kilometers or 1.2 light years away in our cosmic backyard? This must mean we found the forbidden planet X, you know, the Anunnaki planet of Nibiru with its elongated orbit around the sun that visits us once. Nope, it doesn't look like we actually found anything. Turns out an article just stated that JWST can detect artificial light from that distance.
Had me in the first half, not gonna lie.
Yeah, they had us the first half, I'm not gonna lie.
At least there's some people out there telling the truth. That'll be all for this one. And remember, just because you're paranoid, don't mean they're not after you. If you know of any wild conspiracy theories, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear more. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, leave a like, consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time.